All right, everybody, welcome. I'm Dr. Lakeisha Midnight. Welcome to Secure the Bag. Welcome aboard, ladies and gents. Those of you who may be catching this on YouTube on the channel here, we appreciate you. Some people call me Dr. Cousin, and why does that happen? I am a network marketing professional, a wealth builder, a coach, and a part of what I do is I establish relationships. I believe in the power of relationships in helping men and women who are looking for a better way, simply a better way to make more money, to save more money, and to put your money to work for you. You know, my background comes from, leadership and personal development. And I've traveled to different places around the world. Even my family and I, we were on at one point on a page where my husband, as I've been married for over 17 years, was going in one direction and I was going in another. And with a family that we were seeking to establish, we needed a better way where we both can be present, where we both can learn how to put our money to work for us and establish a legacy for our family. And so I connected with the young man that you see on the screen, and he shared with me some information about how I can do that, connecting me to a wealth building family. And so that happened many years ago, and I have been moving forward ever since, and been just doing some amazing things and connecting with people like you. And so I'm going to let this young man introduce himself so you can know more about him. So, Mr. Taylor, over to you.
Hello, everyone. So, yes, my name is Mr. Matthew Taylor, the Millennial Multimillionaire, your tailor-made wealth gardener. And the reason why I call myself a wealth gardener, because if you put my full name together, Matthew means gift of God, right? Calvin means handsome, you got that wonderfulness, right? And then Taylor means to cut. That means to cultivate. And I'm all about showing people a better way of how they can grow their finances, grow their wealth. For those that don't know, I used to be a financial advisor in corporate America. I was Series 6 and 63 licensed, life, health, and annuities, anything from strategic retirement planning, strategic dealing with insurances, taking old IULs and whole life policies and being able to help people position themselves to win, using that for their retirement, building financial houses, those kind of things. And so I came from that traditional space into the alternative space, the networking space, right? So I learned how to build a networking company. I've done a few of those, not just a few of those. And then transition even into being an asset acquisition specialist as we speak. That means I look for platforms, I connect with platforms, partner with platforms that allow myself and partners that I'm partnered with, like Dr. Cousin, right?
Yeah.
Where we acquire assets to help build wealth, and we coach and mentor and train people on how they can do the same thing. We're not financial advisors, we're not offering financial advice, but what we do now is we help connect people with systems that help people build wealth. Think about Uber, right? They don't necessarily own the car, but they own the system that allows them to connect. Think about Airbnb. They don't own any houses, but they own the system that allows them to connect with people who need their services. So we're here to be the bridge for you.
The bridge.
You know what I'm saying? The bridge out there in YouTube land. And so because most people don't understand that we're here to secure a bag. When we're talking about securing our bag, we're talking about securing our wealth, finances, freedom, right? The dreams that we have. We went to school, we got decent jobs, but we realized that that traditional path is not enough. And my personal thing is I want to empower the next generation, right? Of wealth builders, leaders, entrepreneurs, to help them think differently about money, think differently about finances. And so that's why we're here. We're here to secure the bag, show people that a better way to being able to do what they need to do financially. And so Dr. Knight, myself, we're excited because you're here, right?
Yeah.
We're plugged into what we're doing. This information most people don't know about, but because of the internet, because of the information age, you have the ability to change the financial trajectory of your family by simply getting some new information and become aware of what's already around you.
Mr. Taylor, listen, every time we come together on Sundays, we normally have a topic that we talk about, right? And I know a lot of our topics normally overlap, and it has something to do with money or business building and things of that nature. And yes, we're in the fourth quarter, the final quarter of 2023. Oh my goodness, it feels like we just started the quarter, but here we are, fourth quarter. And so as it pertains to people and the mindset of individuals that may be out here, what is it that we're going to be talking about today that can help people as we're coming to a conclusion, wrapping up this year?
I'm looking at your face, and your face is the same emoji you sent me when I showed you, right? You're just like, huh? So, right. The question is money your source or your resource? And I had a conversation with a gentleman, it's an older gentleman, and literally I was working out with my wife. My wife was, heading to the locker room. I was just about to leave. And like, hey, brother, come here. I was like, yeah, come here. What you read? I was like, Atomic Habits. All right, you read this book? Like, yeah, it's a good book. And next thing you know, you started talking about finance, and we started talking about mindset around money. And the when we were talking back and forth, because he has a lot. He asked if I read Og Mandino's book, right? Richest Man in Babylon, all that kind of good stuff, right? And we talk about how most people, especially this next generation, doesn't understand money. They don't understand finance. They don't understand that it is a mindset around being able to build wealth, but they don't teach that in the school system.
Yeah.
Right. And I said to him, because we were going back and forth, and I was like, we've been working. No, he said this. He said, we invented money, but then the very thing that we invented, we're working for all of our lives. I was like, oh, the very thing that we created, we end up working for. And then it reminded me, because I ain't go there with him on this, but it reminds me of, we'd rather worship the creature than the creator. Because we created something that now we're a slave to.
Yes.
The very tool that we were supposed to, this is nothing but a tool.
Yes.
Being aware that this is a tool, right? It's $1, right? This is $10,000. This is Zimbabwe money, you know what I'm saying? You think you're doing so with 10,000, but it's simply a tool. How you use this determines what you do in life.
That's right.
How you use this and the mindset around. He was like, most people don't know that they have relationships with people, but they don't have a relationship with things. And then I was like, oh, he about to go there. He said they don't have a relationship with money.
That's good, because I oftentimes think that what you respect, you attract more of. Because people disrespect it. Do you understand that when you idolize money, you're abusing it? Okay, let me say it one more time. Some people think, oh man, I love money. I love money. When you idolize it, you're still abusing it. Why do I say that? Because money wasn't created, or I should say paper with some ink on it, was not created to be idolized. When you don't use something according to its original purpose, you abuse it. And so because most people a lot of people put money on this pedestal, they're abusing it because you're not using it for its original purpose. The original purpose of it was supposed to be a receipt. But I know we go down that route, we might be there for a minute. So
what's the receipt for? Was it a receipt for this? What is this?
Gold.
Gold, everybody.
Gold. It's the gold was the original.
That's all it was.
There it is. That's it. That's really what that paper was supposed to be, just a receipt that you can go and exchange back at the financial institution to get the original precious metal that was supposed to be what we used. However, that plan shifted, many decades ago. It shifted. And so right now, many people are, working so hard for that paper that's losing value. It's lost most of its value. Okay. And so we have to do better when it comes to accumulating assets that has greater value, not just accumulating paper, but accumulating assets. So you would get the paper and exchange the paper to acquire assets. And so getting back to your topic, Mr. Taylor, how does that even resonate with the topic at hand?
So, and you have to think about it just like a marriage, right? So many people date money that they have one night stand with it and wonder why it's never there in the morning. I'm sorry, I just took myself with that one.
And listen, that's a Facebook post. That right there. I don't even know what it. Can you repeat that one more time? I gotta.
Man.
Okay, all right. Say it one more time. Say it one more time for the people in the back.
Yeah.
What did you?
So money is like marriage, right? But so many people are having a one night stand with money and wonder why it's not there in the morning.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to write that down. Like that's a TikTok right there. Like that's a Instagram.
right.
Look, I'm
Don't
sorry.
let me get on Facebook after this is over. What did you? Okay, okay, man.
That would hit a little different, right?
I'm gonna have to do. That's gonna have to be a reel.
Yeah, we get
that right there. Oh, you all on YouTube catching that? Let me tell you something. You know what it is? Because people, it's the mindset that most people have, because your mindset drives your activity, your behavior. Okay, your mindset drives your activity. And we can tell the type of mindset you have by the words you speak and by your actions. This is why the word says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So we can tell the heart and the mind, that connection is powerful. So we can tell what you have in here and what's in here by the words that you speak. Oh, shoot, money don't grow on trees. Ooh, it's tight. My money ain't right. I got holes in my pocket. Like it's burning holes in my pocket. Like
my money funny. I'm like,
oh, my money is funny, honey.
No money told jokes. Like, what do you mean?
Right. Like, I mean, we can tell the mindset that you have. And so going back to the source, here's the question I want to ask for everybody that's watching this video.
I already see what she trying to hold her mute. Look, I already see it, but keep going. Right.
Who is your source? Is it the financial institutions? Is it the job? Ladies, is it your husband? Oh. See, I know all these questions that I'm asking could be a whole another discussion. I know it. And I know I might be stepping on some toes right now when I'm asking these questions. Understand, when you get married, here's a nugget for all those who are thinking about getting married, who are engaged, all of this. Here's what I need to tell you. Your husband is a co-partner with you in making sure you're just vehicles. You're just a vessel from which it flows through. The provider is God. He's the source. We're just the vessel that it flows through. We can get that wealth to come through us. This is why it's called a wealth transfer. It can come through us as long as we have the right platform, the right resources, right? The mindset. We have all of this. This is why it also says he gives us the power to get it. But if you're not letting it flow, if you're not flowing, if you're not connected to the source, how is it going to flow? How is it going to get to you if you're not connected to the right source and resources?
Here's another interesting thing that I thought about, right? You know, where it says in the word that you cannot serve God and mammon. Well, yes. Mammon, for those that don't know, people think mammon is you know, the world. Money. It's not.
Wealth, money, riches. That's what they think it is.
Mammon actually is Greek god for prosperity.
Come on. Yeah.
And instead of people, here's what they do. They serve prosperity itself versus the God of prosperity. There's a difference.
Teaching now, boy. You teaching. Go.
They instead of worshiping and really pursuing the God of,
come on,
which once again, this is why you can't contradict the word. Which is once again, you're going towards the creature rather than the creator. This is how all this stuff ties together. That's why you got to study, show yourself food again. I'm getting revelation while I'm talking, so it's all good, right? is why you got
This is good. This is good. Like, this is helping us as much as it's helping you. For those of you who are tuning in, this stuff. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want you to finish your thought. You finish
so
your thought.
yeah, so we've gotta remember that, of course, when you understand that, you have a different mindset towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many people want the prosperity itself that they don't realize that if they tap into the giver of prosperity, prosperity is always the byproduct anyway.
Ooh. So you mean to tell me if I connect with the source of prosperity, that it's going to flow anyway because you're already connected?
Look, and I was sitting there, I just sometimes I watch. I was literally, we've been sitting in the back a lot in service.
Mm-hmm.
And so many times I listen to preachers and stuff like that talk about tithing and all that stuff. And it's unfortunate because they think that tithing is the source. I'm sorry, did I go there? That one cut a little bit.
Boy, you about to make a whole lot of pastors mad right now. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Hey, I mean, not that I'm not a man of God or nothing like that, right? But tithing is not the source. It is simply the process that the source wants you to go flow through. You're talking about flowing, right? It is an avenue to go through, but it's not the source itself.
Wait a minute.
There are times.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Here's the revelation, y'all. Whew, see, this is I'm not trying to teach the word. Listen. The main job of the things put in place in the past, biblically speaking, Old Testament, tithing, the purpose is to reveal the core message. Okay, listen. Tithing is supposed to reveal God's ultimate purpose and to teach a lesson and to show you and to reveal to you, okay, get this now, to reveal to you who the source is and the importance of a habit of giving and sowing so that it births the original purpose. Okay. All right. So it seems like I'm going in circle, but I want you to listen. It's teaching you the behavior. There you go. It's teaching you the habit. That's why when you get to the New Testament, it's talking about giving. Okay.
Because remember, the whole point of the Old Testament is simply to show, it's a revealing of what's supposed to happen in the New Testament. I mean, we ain't trying to go there, but guess what? All the things that we talk about are principles.
That's it.
Are principles and precepts.
That's it.
So when we're talking about money, this is simply a tool. Abraham had it. Jesus had it. He had a treasurer.
Oh my goodness.
Like, why we get scared of this?
He just gave me another revelation. And okay. We're supposed to be imitators of God. What did he give in the New Testament? Yeah. What was the only thing that he gave? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. I don't hear about anything else. So we're supposed, listen, when he gave it, you received him. And so now when you receive him, guess what? You're able to freely give, because now you have the gift that he's given. Okay. I have to talk about this later, because this right here is massive. Okay, all right. So I'm getting excited in my own self. All right, look. All I'm gonna say, because I don't want it to go, it's gonna go way off topic if I keep going that route. But all I'm gonna say is this: you have to make sure your priorities are in order and you know from which the flow comes. The source is the source. The resource is the resource. Be careful not to make your resources the source. Acknowledge the source. Allow the source to remain the source. We can't overcomplicate that. Now, the moment you turn your resource into the main source, there's gonna be problems.
And here's what I love about what you just said. And it's not that it's idolatry or anything like that, right? But oftentimes when that does happen, things begin to crash.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because think about this, every 7 to 8 years, people get real happy and excited because they're looking at their resources.
Yeah.
They raise it up to a level where they seem to esteem it greater than some other things. And then it has to be brought back down to where they have to remember what their true source was in the first place. If you don't realize, this is the same pattern that Israel kept having to go through.
Yes.
They got high on a horse, and then it's like, yo, we're going to celebrate the golden calf. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not changed. Woo! The golden calf, think about what the representation of the stock market is. The bulls go up the stairs, the bears go out the window. No different, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. This is why people that say, oh, the God ain't real, the Bible ain't real. I mean, try again. Everything that's happening in the world today is happening from Revelation and from what Isaiah said. And we ain't trying to go there, but anyway, that's a whole other conversation for today.
So what is the takeaway? Because I know we talked about various things connected to source and resources, and so we want to make sure that you get to a point, especially in this season, where you have an abundance of resource. That if you can be trusted with the smallest of resources that you do have, that you'll be blessed with more. And so as long as you understand who the source of your resources are, like I know that God is my source, but Mr. Taylor knows that God is his source. So who is your source? Now, again, I don't know. It could be a number of different people who may catch this stream. We're just giving it from our perspective. Okay. And so with that in mind, for those who are spirit-led, you understand who your source is. And so we want you to make sure that you be careful, as you're on this journey of wealth building, that you keep that in mind and that you're operating in that particular mindset. Because we want you to be able to connect and attract abundance in your life and flow in that particular manner. And so we know that we're connected to some great individuals, and they do also understand the source of their resources. And I believe that's what makes our relationships with these wealthy individuals so powerful, because they understand the source of the resource. And so when you have access to resources, you can do so much more. It's not I got to wait until my next paycheck. It's not oh my goodness, I got to wait 2 weeks. I got to wait to the beginning of the month. I got to wait until my taxes come, a tax refund. You don't have to wait until all these moments. You can take your cash you have, excess cash you have, and this is what we've done. No matter how small the amount it may be, you can take that resource, you can plug it into a platform so that it continues to pay you. Okay. And it can help you to make money while you sleep, just like Warren Buffett says. For those of you who've heard about it, he made the quote, you got to learn how to make money while you sleep so you don't work until you die. And so it'll help you to have those resources to be productive and also to reproduce when you plug it into the right platform. What are your thoughts, Mr. Taylor, as we wrap this up?
Remember that this is a tool.
Right. It's a tool.
It's a tool that either you're using to build or somebody else is taking this tool from you to help build something else.
That's right.
And because it's building something else, it's being taken from you. I'm reminded by the simple scripture that says that he that hath, even that which he hath, it'll be taken away from him. So money is going to be given to those that are stewards and managers over it. So if anything else, you got to read books, right? Yeah, back with myself, Dr. McKnight, we read. We're avid readers. Like, I could sit hours. I'm in my car a lot, so I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I just finished a book that was like 20, over quite a few hours long. I'm reading this currently. I got another book I'm reading. So you want to constantly intake information, because the
Yeah.
more that you intake, it
Yeah.
has to come out. You
Yes.
wonder why we get all this stuff we get is because we're constantly being fed. So we're able
Mhm.
to release. If you want to do the same thing for yourself, money's no different. If you want to be able to flow like water with money, then you got to be able to put yourself in positions where you're allowing it to come into your life,
Mhm.
being able to release it out. If you try to hold on to this too much, like poor folk do, you'll never be able to get
Mhm.
anything more than what you already have. So be willing to release. That's why we talk about giving, right? Not There's a difference between giving and tithing. We can go back to that point. But be willing to release this someplace. Be willing to release this someplace so that you get more of it.
Yeah.
Because as you use money to love the people, as Dr. Byron Golden always talks about,
Mhm.
don't just get money to get money. Use the money to love the people. Don't
Mm.
love the money to get people, to give it to you.
Right. Right.
So just be aware of what it is, that it is a tool, it is a resource connected to the source. When you know who the source is, you can have abundance of resources, because he's given each and every one of us the ability to
Mhm.
produce wealth. And myself and Dr. McKnight, we have some platforms that we use that allow us to do just that. So if you want to learn more, get back with us and we'll show you what we're doing and saying that you can do it as well.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. So don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button so that you're aware as to when we do upload more content onto the channel. You're going to get more content like this. I mean, this dialogue was fire today. If you believe it was fire, in the comment section, drop us a note. Like, drop us a note. Like, this thing, it fired me up. And listen, we just let it flow. We just let it flow. So we encourage you to let your BFS, let your sister, brother, cousin, mama, everybody know about this channel. It's not just for millennials. It's not just for seasoned millennials like me. Okay, right? It's, but it's for everybody. It doesn't matter, what culture you're from. Listen, we love you. And we invite you to come in and participate in this discussion. So thank you so very much, everyone. Be blessed. And until next Sunday, listen.